Alright, you guys. Troll Jared is back. Look, it's the big troll, big fat troll who likes to eat trolls. Like in that movie, I just like to gobble them. Oh, it makes me happy when I eat people who are happy, I like eating happy people. No, but seriously, though, let me just say this first. Here. I'm somewhat of a nerd myself. James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd. He is one of the most, I would say, knowledgeable people on the planet about video games. He knows every single shitty video game known to man, and I'd say that's a pretty cool trait to have, or not trait, but you guys know what I mean. That's I think that's impressive, even for shitty video games. That he knows he's like the all-knowing of all the great shit, all-knowing man. But I've lost respect for him over the years, and this recent interview that he did really chapped my nipples, like to the point where I don't. And I said this in his Donkey Kong Part 3 video of his James and Mike, that I'm completely unsubbed to the guy. Like, I mean, the Donkey Kong thing pissed me off too, because they don't give a shit when they play video games anymore. They just like to yak, and they missed all the special power-ups and whatnot, and didn't give a crap. But this right here, what James said, and how he was just such a sellout shill, if you want to call it that, really irritated me. Let me clarify this for those of you who don't know. First of all, let me just say this. For all the blue-pilled simps, your Hollywood, your precious Hollywood, your Marvel, your, I think every other name is dead. It's all dead. It's all gone to shit. And for you to recognize that, then I can tell you something else. That the horror genre is dead, and has been dead for a very long time. James Rolfe and his little, what is the guy, Briggs, I don't know, some no-name nobody who used to, be somewhat relevant. They completely walked on eggshells. They completely told this lie. Like, horror is still popular. No, it's not, okay? Don't be an idiot, James. You know that's not true. But see, he knows. He's a smart guy. Like I said, he's a nerd, okay? This guy's intelligent. He just chose to walk on eggshells and be a sellout. Horror has been dead for a long time. Don't give me this crap, and this is a hilarious thing that the Briggs guy said, well, I think horror's still popular because look at them movies like It, the 2017 movie It. That was a watered-down remake, you idiot. Okay, that was nothing original. That was only popular with old farts and maybe just little kids that those old farts took to the movies with them. People who are actual nerds who recognize good shit didn't like that movie. I mean, it was subpar at best. Guys, listen, you have to understand. James Rolfe is a sellout tool. Okay, he likes to pretend like horror is still relevant, just so he can still have his fans, so he can still seem like he's part of the cool club. But I have to tell you, James, you're not part of the cool club, because the cool club is dead. Horror is dead. Okay, and the only people who still like horror are just old jaded farts like yourself in their late 30s, man. Okay, people like me, people like you, people like your low-key friends. We're the only ones that give a shit. Kids don't give a shit about classic horror. They don't give a shit about horror in general. I mean, maybe they like, the watered-down bullshit that every once in a while comes out. But they don't care about good movies, man. And you know this. The only reason why James Rolfe still has a big following is because he followed a gimmick, a recipe that he used ever since the day he was popular on YouTube. Guess what that is? 2 main ingredients: fart jokes and rage mode. He used that to get to the top. And there were millions and millions of other people, just like James Rolfe, who wanted to get there, but because of those 2 gimmicks, he rose to the top. Because 14-year-old fart jokes and rage mode, okay? That's the reason he got popular, guys. And listen, I'm not saying he's not a good entertainer, because he is, but he's by no means the best. Most of his shit has always been hit or miss. A lot of people, it's funny to me how, these millennials complain about, oh, his new stuff isn't that great. You probably weren't even there 2007, 2008, so don't even go there, because he's always been hit or miss. The guy's always been that way. But look, man, this isn't a hate video. I don't hate James, but I'm calling him out on his bullshit. What he did with that interview basically just said, I'm a sellout tool. I'm going to pretend like something is still relevant, even though I know it's not, just so I can still have fans who respect me. That's some sellout bullshit. James, you're an idiot, man. Really. I mean, you're just an idiot. And even though I know you're a smart guy, you're still an idiot to me. You're just a typical Joe Schmo who got lucky on a gimmick, who I do still have a tiny bit respect for, but that's only because I know you know a lot about great movies and you do have good taste. I'll give you that, man. I don't know if you entirely deserve that from me, but I will give you that. You have good taste in movies and you're an intelligent guy. You know a lot about different stuff. But with that said, you're still a sellout clown. I will no longer be watching your content after this interview. And I know I said it before with the Donkey Kong crap, but this really seals it, man. You're washed up, bro. Okay, you need to retire. Take care of your family, James. Stop doing this internet YouTube bullshit. The fact that you're popular on YouTube, the fact that JonTron is popular, Boogie is popular, H3, does not impress me. Being popular on a fucking video sharing site does not make you that cool, okay? It doesn't. Being a famous movie star, that makes you cool. Being a famous, extreme sports star, basketball sports star, whatever, that makes you cool. Being on a video sharing site, not so much. Okay, maybe a little bit, but not that much. Let's not get carried away. Most of your audience is just 14-year-old kids and 4chan morons, retards, and that's nothing to brag about. You and I both know this, man. Anyways, guys, that's really all I got for you. The horror genre is dead. Hollywood is dead. And if you can't see that, you must be some kind of an idiot, or you're just young and naive. I would say that Hollywood is on its demise. Give it maybe less than 5 years, and we will see its complete destruction. I'm looking forward to that because, new things will spawn. Great things will spawn from Hollywood. Hollywood has always sucked. Ever since the rise of Hollywood in the 1930s, 40s, it's always sucked. If you look at the statistics, blockbuster movies, ever since the 1930s, we only got a good blockbuster movie like once every few years, if even. Why would I be impressed by that? Why am I impressed by you, Hollywood? You've always followed that same statistic. And people that, these nostalgic idiots, you sound like a moron. They're just like the James Rolfe fans, just like the Angry Video Games. Well, the old stuff was cool. No, it wasn't. Don't be stupid. You know that it wasn't. I mean, none of us were even born in the time, but I'm just saying for old farts like myself. It's always been hit or miss. I hate people who over-glamorize the 80s and 90s. The 80s and 90s were not that cool, okay? They really weren't. If I had to say one of the best decades, I don't know, man. I'd probably say more like the 50s or 60s. But even back then, it was still hit or miss. But, oh my God. I mean, I was a kid of the 90s, and I can tell you, it wasn't that great. It really wasn't. I mean, I had cable TV, and I watched all the good movies and stuff like that. Everything was hit or miss, Cartoons on Nickelodeon. Ren and Stimpy sucked. Like, Ren and Stimpy was hot garbage. And it's so hilarious to me how people praise that cartoon. Like, no, it wasn't. John Kay is an idiot and a weirdo. Okay, he got lucky because he made fart jokes just like James Rolfe. Okay, I mean, some of it was good, but really, that show was stupid. A lot of stuff from the 90s that people worship it wasn't great, man. It really wasn't. Like I said, it's all about money. I don't think I really went into that, but that's what it's all about, guys. It's all about how can I make the best dollar, suckering people into watching this garbage that I create. That's the mindset of most producers out there. It's all about money for them and how they can sucker their stupid fanboys that they know will throw money at them. So anyways, guys, that's all I got. Cheers. James Rolfe, I know I hated on this guy, but I just want to say again, I do respect him somewhat. Somewhat I do respect him, and I have enjoyed a fair amount of his content, but the guy's gone huge downhill slope over the years, and he just needs to retire. I didn't even get started on Mike Matei because, really, I have so many negative things to say about this guy that it'll probably just turn into a 20-minute rant. He's a coattail rider. He's a moron. no talented clown. You know, look at his Inspector Gadget video. I'll link it in the description. That is the biggest joke on YouTube. Brown bricks, and this guy's a complete tool. I don't know how James even got mixed up with him, but really they're both just kind of losers to me, and I guess it makes sense that they're together. But anyways, yeah, the 10-inch wonder, Mike Matei. It's fucking okay. Anyways, guys, I better cut the camera off, but that's all I got for you on this video, so thanks for watching. Peace.